up, guys, and welcome back to Mid-Pack Mania. We're heading out to Hanford for points race number 3, and we're hoping number 3 we have third time's the charm because we have yet to complete a main event in the 91. We're hoping that our luck changes today. I wore a green hat in hopes that maybe get a little bit of extra luck going. We got the new engine on Sammy's kart. He's on the fire engine right now, but he's off at 5 and he's going to head straight out there, so we're going to have that ready to hit the first heat so he can jump in and race. But heading out there now, and hopefully we have a good showing because we don't have another race until the end of August. So hoping for a good day. There. Sammy's there. And then right there. Okay. So on Sammy's car, something seemed like it was lagging out. That hose right there got caught in the hub. So hopefully we'll have a difference on that. Then this one, it was running really fast, and then I looked down and we're hitting 500 degrees. So we switched up the jetting on that, and hopefully that makes a difference now. Almost fouled the plug. Luckily I brought a brand new plug. We put a new plug in there, changed up the jetting, and then we'll see how it goes. Sammy's here. I know. I didn't touch him either.
No, neither of you guys did. That was good.
470 when I came off now.
470.
Still hot.
Damn.
Okay. Let's go, dude. Dude, you had 4 or 5 car leaks behind you.
Really?
Yeah, turn in.
I
All right, so we finished up heats. I took 3rd in both of them. Sammy started, what, 5th or 6th in the second one and worked his way up to 2nd and held that off. So in the main event, Sammy starting 3rd row inside. First of all, how'd that heat feel?
It's good. Second heat sticking, so
yeah, well,
we're all over the track.
We didn't have a hose wrapped up in that other one.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the clone lineup, I finished 3rd in both, but I'm starting 8th. I don't really think that lineup is right, but it is what it is. Shout out to Wesley for winning his heat right before us. So I don't think we're gonna change anything. My car was still overheating, hitting 470, so we redid the jetting again, and hopefully it'll last 20 laps when we get out there. If not, we'll have to pull off. But regardless, 2 good runs from 2 karts, and yeah, hopefully it'll carry over to the main event. couple days after race day, Sammy just got here. We're gonna go get the carts cleaned up, make sure nothing's broken, talk to him about what he thinks about getting kind of tangled up with a lap car and taken out on the final lap when he was running top 5. But I do want to give a quick shout out to Buddy Shelton for taking time out of pretty much the whole race day to try to get my carburetor dialed in and get it to where it wasn't overheating anymore and we can pull the most power out of it. We'll get it figured out soon. It definitely already feels like it makes a difference when it's running strong out there, and I can't wait to actually get it dialed in and really be making horsepower. So thank you for that. Let's go check in with Sammy and see what he's up to. All right, so Sammy came over. We're gonna get the carts all washed up. Got some soap and sponge there and make sure there's no damages on it. Real quick shout out to Ian Cordova for the new stand. We only had one rolling stand for this one, and we kind of had to share between the two. Now we have 2 of them, so thank you for that. We don't have to use that stationary X one now. So yeah, we're gonna get them washed up, make sure nothing's wrong with them, and get them ready for next time. If you take care of your race car, it'll last you much longer, and it doesn't take that long, and it looks nicer when you wash it. So yeah, pro tip, you won't know anything's broken either if you don't look over your car and wash it after a race. We know that because we found the hole in the body last time. All right, so no real new damage on the carts. Luckily we had a decent run and was able to keep it all together for the most part. So as you guys saw in the video, it was another kind of disappointing day on my end. Sammy was having a really good day, and then it was just a heartbreaker right there at the end on the last corner. But what were you thinking? Like, first of all, it was a lap car that got in the way. What were you thinking when you started creeping up on him and then you could feel that the race was coming to an end?
I felt it. Corey told me that it was actually checkered. I didn't even know. I was just racing, paying attention to my line. But I felt him just nudging and just lost it. Well,
because you were behind him for like 2 or 3 laps trying to get around. You would make a run, and then obviously you don't want to hit someone out of the way. Yeah. You gotta race clean when you're out there.
Clean pass.
But then it's like whenever it's coming down and it's kind of all crowded up. I mean, with 15 cars, it like whenever I saw you get stuck behind him for those couple laps, I'm like, and then you got passed by someone that was behind you, I was like, yo, you gotta make a move and get by. Yeah. So then you and the other guy finally split them and went past, and then when they went in the turn, the guy above you kind of came down a little bit, bumped. So you went like a little bit loose, but you could have saved it. But then that lap car just made sure that you spun out. Yeah. Kind of got up on the bumper. I mean, it's not like he intentionally did it or anything. It's just it's racing and things happen. So I just remembered you were running what, 4th or 5th, and I was like, let's go. We're gonna get a top 5. And then that happened, and I was like, my face was just, are you kidding me? That happened right at the end, because Pure Stock went last night. So whenever I went out there, I put a little text at the bottom of the video. So we were having issues figuring out the jetting for the engine to where it wouldn't run so hot. So before the main, we just made a big jump in it. Well, then what happened was every time I would turn left, the carb would run out of fuel, and it didn't have enough to keep the engine going. So every time I would turn, it would be like, one, boo. And then I would straighten back up, and it, blah, and it would keep going. So I was just like, I thought about pulling off, and I didn't. And then it happened really bad again, and I thought about pulling off, and I was like, you know what? I haven't finished a main event yet this season. Even if I have to cruise this and get lapped, I'm gonna finish. And I ended up not getting lapped, and I still finished 7th. The video, I think, ran out of memory on the card. So I mean, it is what it is, but you guys honestly didn't miss much. I went right where the video stopped. I went around that cart, and then I just literally just kind of cruised it the rest of the time. But I'm still happy that I got to finish the race, and we will get the carburetor finished up, and we'll get it figured out and hopefully get it going next time. But Sammy took a 2nd place in his 2nd race ever out there, out in the heat race. And we probably could have in the first heat too if that hose wasn't wrapped up around the wheel. But still, anyways, whenever he was out there and he spun, he had him start back up, was able to cross the finish line, still finished in 10th out of 15 because there was some other cars that had pulled off or they got lapped or whatever it is. So still a top 10 finish. It is what it is. And it was also nice and a little bit encouraging that we had both went out to the front and ran first, even if it was really brief in those heat races. But it was nice just running out there and knowing that the car actually has some speed. So anyways, until next time, drop a like on the video if you liked it. That really helps me show up all around YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment if there's anything that any comments you want to make about the video. But did you have a good time?
Did.
Okay, so we won't be at the next race, which is I think August 8th. We're gonna be out of town. I'm gonna be in Oklahoma. If there's any races on the lower right side of Oklahoma, in Texas, right there by the border, if you guys race go-karts out there, let me know. Maybe I can make it out to a race. But anyways, we'll be back the last Saturday of August is when the next race is that we will be out there. So until next time, thanks for checking out Mid-Pack Mania.